All right, so this is my finished piece. It is not glued down, but you get the idea. So now I'm going to kind of take it apart a little bit so you can see what I did. So I guess I'll describe it first from here. You can see that it is symmetrical. So I have a backing. In your supplies that you all received, you have a black piece of paper. You can use that. Or if you did not pick up your supplies, you can use any kind of cardboard or square backing. That's okay too. So I would like you to use all 4 folds at a minimum, which is what I did in this example. I started, let's kind of back up a little bit. I started with that elongated kite fold. That's all I did. That was my favorite fold that I did. So I wanted to repeat that. So what I ended up doing is making one of them and making more and more and more until I had 12 was my number to symmetrically go all the way around. If you do different sizes of paper, it'll look a little different for you. One thing I would say is whatever fold you're doing for like one layer, you could call it, should all be the same size. So if I open these pieces of paper, they're all the same size paper. Alright, then what I did is the paper that I drew the lines on, I wanted to make smaller detailing, so I did very small squares. So this is something that you're going to have to experiment with a little bit. And then I did our 4th fold up here. And I thought these looked interesting, kind of going around the edge. You can switch it up a little bit too, like maybe I could try it on the inside of those divots, maybe at like the points coming off. I would play around with it before you glue anything down. So yeah, you can switch it up, whatever you think looks the best. So I'll put them in the divots. I had to make 12 of these as well. But notice the paper size is much, much smaller. Then I wanted to use our 3rd fold right here. And I wanted to put that in the middle. So I thought I could kind of make a box. And I thought that might call attention to the center of the piece. In general, we'll probably want these flaps facing up. However, I could see maybe if you wanted to find a way to glue this down this way, it could be kind of interesting. So you can play around with that as well. Lastly, I wanted to incorporate that kite fold, which is the first one. So I thought about how I could add some more green. And I thought, you know, it might look nice. I could alternate the green, adding it here. And that is okay if you don't put it in every single one. So I only have 6 of these, but it's still symmetrical. So you can make a couple adjustments. This took a while to get this all planned out. Once you are totally planned out, that is when I would kind of take it apart and start gluing down to your backing. Definitely experiment. These inner kites are a lot smaller than the elongated kites. Let's just look at paper sizes for a second. You can see it's all much different sizes. So experiment and see what works best. I think the best way to start is to start with the largest fold that you want to make and then go from there. So I did start when constructing with these back elongated kite folds. Remember, use all 4 different folds. If you incorporate a fold that you Googled or researched, that is awesome as well. And finally, make sure that you are also using that sheet with our line work on it. All right.